GB stands for gallbladder, which is the gallbladder meridian, and 21 is generally between the top of the shoulder and the base of the neck, so about halfway. So that's just about there, and obviously the same on your other side. Okay, let's colour that in there. And you can see one of the easiest ways of seeing it is by keeping your finger and thumb closed, and it's the area where they join in the crease there. You're looking for a slight hollow here at the base along from the ears, and you've got a dip. Hello everybody, and welcome once again to my channel, and thank you for tuning in. I've got another relaxing video for you today, and also I'd like to welcome Melissa again, who's modelling for me today. And we did a catch-up consultation earlier, and we discovered that Melissa in particular at the moment is suffering with back and shoulder and neck pain. I mean, people change in terms of what they are suffering from day to day. We get little niggles and little aches and pains, and the best way of identifying what somebody is suffering from on any particular day is obviously to discuss that and talk about what is particularly niggling at the moment. So what I'd like to do is just focus in on that area. And after a little bit of discussion, one of the things that came up in the consultation was to try something a little bit different, because we've done quite a few Indian heads in that area, we've done a back massage, we've done some aromatherapy. So one of the other areas that I looked at in quite a bit of detail in my studies was something called acupressure, and it can be used to really help in particular with these little niggling aches and pains that people can suffer from. And I asked Melissa if she wouldn't mind modelling what I had learned previously about acupressure points, and in particular on the neck and shoulders, which is quite a common one. Now, Melissa, you were talking to me about particular areas of your back and shoulder that was giving you particular aches and pains. Is there anything, can you use one of your hands to point at any areas that are particularly achy or niggly at the moment?
Especially this bit right here.
Right.
It's where I always get that sharp pain.
Yeah, okay. So that's useful to know. So this area here, that's quite interesting actually, because there is an acupressure point just along this area here, which we will look at in a moment, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And what about you were saying about the neck area as well?
Yeah, so
this area?
It's kind of just everywhere.
Oh, right, okay.
It's quite hard for me to actually locate the source. Okay.
So, do you know much about acupressure at all?
I really don't.
Right, okay. It's fascinating. I did find it fascinating at the time. I am very slowly beginning to look into this in a little bit more depth, because it was one of my optional subjects. I did find it totally fascinating. So acupressure is a traditional Chinese medicine technique. So you may have heard it mentioned. It's based on the principle of qi, which you might have heard of or might be familiar with. And that's all about energy flow in the body. And it's based on 14 meridians. I don't know if you've heard of meridians before, but the belief is that the body is made up from these 14 energy pathways, which are called meridians. And each of these meridians has been given a name. We know them by the Western names. The first one, for example, is the lung meridian. Each of them have their Chinese names as well, which some people may know about. I don't pretend to be able to pronounce them, so I'm not going to attempt. But the other ones are things like the large intestine, stomach, the spleen, etc. And there's 14 of them altogether. And you can apply pressure on specific points along these pathways, and these points are called acupoints, which is your sort of where you get the acupressure, and along the meridians, if you push on these pressure areas, and there are a number on each of the meridians, and if you push on these acupoints along these meridians, it strengthens the flow of energy and really unblocks the build-up of whatever's stopping the energy flowing, and releases that. And that in turn can help relieve the pain that you're feeling and promote a sense of well-being. I mean, a lot of what we do in holistic therapies is all about promoting that sense of well-being overall. And this is just another way of actually doing that. The acupressure technique has been around for thousands of years, and thousands of people use it and really believe that it works for them. Obviously, it's not a substitute for medical treatment, but it can be very complementary to medical treatment. And for many people, the acupressure points that you push on to release aches and pains, release blockages, people really do believe that it relieves the pain and the ache that is in that particular part of the body. So what I'd like to do, if it's okay with you, is I'd just like to identify what I think are the main acupressure points which could potentially help you with both your shoulder pain and your neck pain. Are you okay if I draw on you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually easier to locate them if you have a drawing on the body. So let's have fun with it, see if it works. Right, so if you don't mind, what I'd like to do, because obviously I haven't worked these pressure points for quite some time, is just really use you to help me identify where they are again. So I'm going to use my wooden stick here first, and then just on this side, just remind myself of the first one. I've got a list of the meridians, so we're going to try first looking for GB21. So GB21, so the GB stands for gallbladder, which is the gallbladder meridian, and 21 is generally between the top of the shoulder and the base of the neck, so about halfway. So that's just about there, and obviously the same on your other side. So what I'd like to do now is just where I've popped that, that's fitting nicely in there. Are you getting any response there?
It feels nice.
Okay.
I've never really used much acupressure, so I don't necessarily know which one vibes with me yet or not.
Okay, let's colour that in there. Okay, I am making this extra large for the camera, just so that we can all see. But obviously, if you want to do this yourself, you won't need to make that, just a minor dot will do. And then we'll do this on the other side as well. So GB21. So that's roughly from the shoulder in the middle. There we go. Lovely purple. I think that's roughly correct. Right, and that is one of the main pressure points for the shoulder. So once I've put all the dots on the main areas, then I'll go back and I will actually push in and do the pressure areas on there. I just want to get all the locations in place to start with. So the next one is what we call GB20. So this is on the gallbladder meridian line again, and you're looking for a slight hollow here at the base along from the ears, and you've got a dip. Actually, if you can raise your head back slightly, that's it, then you can feel the dip better. Okay, I know roughly where that is now. So I'm going to choose a different colour, and I'm going to go in, work out roughly where that is. There we go. Like a little dip. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so that's the main ones on the back there. Now there are a couple of others which are also helpful, and I just want to see if I can identify where these are first. I'm just going to grab that wooden stick again, just because it's easier for you to see it clearly then. So what you're looking for, if you want to pop, that's it there. So it's in the crease here. Actually, point the camera there, so
oh, I can actually feel that one. Yeah, I felt that the most,
and that's really, really helpful, that one. So we'll get that right in, draw that on. It's amazing, isn't it, the acupressure of it. So we know that one works. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Right, let's just see if we can do the same on this elbow and get it as accurate as we did with the other side. Yeah, you can tell by your face. Okay. You hold your arm just like that. I just want to get the pen open. There we go. Lovely. If you want to relax the arm. Right, one of the last acupressure points for sort of neck and back and shoulder area. I know this sounds really odd, but it's actually in the hand, and that really helps. And you can see one of the easiest ways of seeing it is by keeping your finger and thumb closed, and it's the area where they join in the crease there. So actually if we try and do this in a different colour, so okay, that gives me an idea. And then if we could do that on the other side as well. Okay, right, now we've done all of our mapping to the acupressure points, and we've got those documented via multicoloured dots. That's really helpful for me because it means I can go straight to the points that I need to go to and really work through that. So what I'm just going to do is just knead over this for a little while just to warm up that area. And then what I'm going to do is where I marked it previously is I'm actually going to push in and hold for about 30 seconds roughly. Now if it causes pain or discomfort at any time, let me know.
Okay.
But I would not be surprised if you get some real relief from this.
Yeah, I can already feel the difference on that left side.
Yeah,
to the right.
It is amazing.
It's almost like I can feel it in my jaw.
Yeah.
That tension there.
Generally pain relief you can get on this one in the neck and shoulder. That's what it's aimed at. So this is the gallbladder 21, it's known as. Do come up with some amazing names, but the Chinese names, as I said, I'm not going to try and attempt to pronounce, but some of those are amazing. But we'll just stick with these ones for now. I'm going to do the same on this shoulder.
This side feels so tense.
Yeah, it's really like a rock here. Oh, I think we'll do a little bit more.
I am right-handed, so...
Yeah. I'm just going to do a little bit of knuckling around this as well. So it's so tense. Just going to try and relax a little bit so that when I push down it is still going to work. Right, here we go. Just try and relax as much as you can. That's it. I am counting, so I know it feels like a long time, but it's not really. How did that feel? Slight release on that at all?
Yeah, it's nice to just take that moment
Yeah.
to hone in on it as well. It's quite relaxing to.
Okay, right. So the next one was it's on the gallbladder meridian again, and it's the gallbladder 20. And this aims at relieving neck pain and shoulder pain, upper back pain, because that can be related as well, and sometimes headaches as well. So you're aiming, I'm going to do it with fingers, but so that the camera can see, but often if you're doing it yourself, you have a thumb that side and a thumb this side as well. So I'm just going to pop that in. It's actually a little bit higher than I've slightly marked there. I can feel, you can almost feel an indentation if you move your head slightly back. That's it. You can feel a natural indentation there. A lot of these acupressure trigger points are located in sort of small depression, what we call depressions or hollows in the body, in between bones and muscles or even tendons. There's a little dip. I mean, there's sort of 400 of them or so, so probably even slightly more than that. Right, I think we've finished that one. So the other one we're going to push in now was this large intestine number 11, which is just, this is the one that you felt quite a bit last time. So hopefully we can get that going again. And that really helps to relieve your arm and shoulder aches and tensions in there. I think in particular on this side, I can really feel that tension. So this might be something that you can maybe do at your desk if it gets too much. So that might really help to relieve the tension there. And while we're on this side, we're going to just do this one as well, which is in the crease there. Hold that just for a little while, just so that we can get rid of those aches in there. This one here is known as L14, which means it's on the lung meridian, and it relieves pain in the upper body generally. Often you can use it to relieve headaches and toothache sometimes as well. So hopefully that could help. People who do reflexology use this as well to help relieve upper parts, aches and pains in the jaw and the teeth, and equally for relieving headaches as well. So a little bit of a crossover between acupressure and reflexology there. There are some overlaps between the two treatments. Okay, so I'm just going to do these on the other arm as well. So I'm just going to lift that over slightly so we can see more clearly. Push that in there. And that hopefully will release any blockages that are possibly adding to your shoulder pain as well. And hopefully that will relieve them. And obviously one of the, I'm just going to this last one now. And obviously what people can learn to do, and lots of people do and practice this, is to do self acupressure, so that if you're on your own you can still participate in this. Okay. pushed some fairly critical pressure points there. So what I want you to do, if possible, is just do a little bit of breathing exercises to end the treatment. So just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth 3 times in your own time. And I hope you feel that that's really helped you and made a difference. I certainly feel that I've felt a difference in certainly some of those points, particularly I would say on your right side. I think that you should really feel that that's released some of the tension and the aches in there for tomorrow, so you'll benefit from that tomorrow.
Thank you
Again,
so much.
that's okay. Thank you again for modelling for me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.